your physicality been a point of emphasis, Fraser, or did something happen naturally for you?
Yeah, I think like that's you want to do stuff that gets you in the lineup and keeps you around, and I think like as like third line center, your role is to play well defensively, chip in physically, and chip in offensively. So just trying to do that as much as I can.
How much does it change your mindset on the wing? Like, how's that change things for you on the
Yeah, it's a completely different position. There's a lot less responsibility defensively at times, but we do a lot of like rotations in the D zone anyways. So it's just a bit of a different read, but it's still a game out there.
When you ask other guys about what they notice about you when they watch your game, almost always the answer is that it's got a great hockey IQ. Where does that come from? Like, do you work on thinking the game? Where does that come from in you?
I think just like the way I am is a pretty studious guy. Like always try to figure out why things work the way they do in hockey, but in life and in every aspect. And I think it just helps with understanding the game, figuring out like trends, things that are going on, and making reads out there.
Do you like watching a lot of video?
I like watching hockey as a fan, and then like watch the same video as the rest of the guys.
What do you like watching the most?
Pardon me?
What do you like watching the most?
Like recently, I mean, I can't really say because I'm in the NHL now. So the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Growing up,
Loved watching the Canucks. I think I've made that known. Was a fan of them, and just any good game where there's top teams going at it, where it's going to be competitive. That's what I like watching.
What was the thought process to want to go out on the ice? Everyone, like a lot of players, decided not to hit the ice, but you decided to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still 20 years old, so a little fresher than some of the other guys probably, and still feel like I got lots of things I can get better at. So any chance we get, it's a busy schedule to get out there and work with someone like Sully, who's really knowledgeable and has good drills. I'll take it.
What's he been able to help you with the most, or what did you work on mostly today?
I think he just walks through some like. We talk about how like you only get really one or two chances where you have a chance to make an offensive play or score in an NHL game. So really making sure that when you're in those situations you feel fully confident to make the play, and so just getting lots of reps like in the slot with some shots and some quick touches, stuff like that.
Having a decent amount of games under your belt, what do you think is the biggest difference in your overall game from last year to this year now?
Overall game, I don't think there's nothing crazy different. I think just feeling confident with the puck and like having poise to slow it down, try and make plays every time I get it, wanting it, feeling a bit more assertive physically out there.
You feel a little stronger physically, Fraser, given that you're only 20 and you are still growing since then?
Yeah, I definitely feel like there was some gains over the summer, and then I kind of got the extra 2-month off season there almost with the injury that kept me out, so that didn't hurt with regards to strength.
There's a Pittsburgh game coming up here. I mean, just wondering, as a Canadian kid, like what would it be like to play Crosby?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I haven't really thought about that, but that'd be super cool.
How much of him did you watch growing up?
All of it, yeah. He's the guy in Canada, right? So you watch him all the time.
What did you notice the most? Because he's a pretty cerebral player as well.
Yeah, he does it all. There's no shortcuts in his game, and he's pretty elite at every aspect of it. So just the complete total package in all regards.
Have you found yourself at all being, like, you're in the NHL now, but obviously not that long, going up against guys that you have watched on TV for many years, have you found yourself ever being like, holy cow, and then snap out of it?
Like more so past couple of years through training camps and being on the ice with guys, but the more you do that, the more you realize that they're there just because they work harder than everyone else. They're just normal guys with a passion that exceeds the other guys. So once you get past that and come to terms with that, you just go out there and you don't want to give them too much respect out there. So obviously off the ice you respect them, but out there you go as hard as you can and don't really think about that.
What stands out to you about the Matthews-Marner chemistry?
Yeah, they're sick. Like we've been doing it for like so long now, and they find each other, right? Like they love playing with each other. You got the elite playmaker and the elite goal scorer. It's pretty textbook.
World Juniors coming up for you. What is the most memorable World Junior goal in your mind?
Like that I enjoyed watching. growing up, it was like that.
Most memorable, the one that
Yeah.
you think like, pops in your head.
Probably like when Barrett Hayton had that shoulder injury that game when he came in and still was scoring, playing. That was pretty sweet. That was probably my biggest one as a kid.
Me moving forward here.
They're all progressing. Him and Pacioretty. They won't be available tomorrow, but getting close.
How's McCabe feeling?
Better. He's not playing tomorrow either, but he's feeling better. You're a Lions fan?
Sorry?
Or is that just fair weather? Or are you cheering for him now?
I'm
You
a-
always been a
I'm
Lions
diehard
fan?
Detroit Lions
Oh,
fan. Always
good.
have been.
Don't get him
Even
started.
even during the bad times.
Okay.
What's it say about someone like Fraser on the day where everyone else played, he comes out, still works on this game?
Yeah, I mean, he's, like I said, like he's a smart guy, you know, like he, the things like this where it's, you know, an optional skate and played last night, you can take the day if you want. He's working on his game and trying to get better and stay sharp. You know, he's got like Johnny T and you know, all these guys, that's just something that's in these guys.
It's so impressive. Like, what are you looking for from a young guy to know if they're ready to stick? Because he seems to have the smarts, seems pretty physically mature.
Competitiveness, I think, is a big thing. I think, you know, there's a, you know, if you look at the minor leagues and guys that are NHL players, a lot of times it boils down to how competitive they are. I mean, there's talented guys in the minors. A lot of times they don't stick in the NHL because they don't feel that they're competitive enough. He's a competitive guy, and he wants to be up here playing, and he does whatever he has to do. I mean, like I said, he finished the game with 7 hits last night, 5 shots. I mean, he's competitive.
He would be the automatic guy to send down, given he doesn't need waivers. But is he making that more difficult if you guys are all healthy, or?
No, definitely. I mean, if he can help us, I want him here. Like, you know, that's how I look at it. I mean, he's the type of player that we like.
Does having
A lot.
Does having him on the wing for a couple shifts give you that way of exploring what else he can do?
Yeah, I think centermen in general can go to the wing. I don't think it's a big change, you know. I had Robbie Thomas as a young 18-year-old, or maybe he's 19 in St. Louis, and I played him on wing most of the year. He did not play center until the next year coming in. So, you know, and he did a great job for us. You know, he's playing in the playoffs and everything. So I don't think going to the wing, whether he plays the wing tomorrow or not, I think he's a versatile guy that can handle that. I don't think it's a big change from a centerman to go to the wing.
Do you anticipate sticking with Austin and Mitch together considering what happened last night, or do you revert kind of back to what you had going?
No, I think, you know, like I said, they've got great chemistry, and I didn't revert back to it right away because things were going well with the way they were. I think Marner and JT have done some real good things together, and you know, Willie and Austin, they got a nice goal in Tampa. I mean, there's, you know, I don't think there's going to be times I'm going to switch wingers or whatever just because nothing's going on. Try to find something different.
What stands out to you about the way that Phil Myers has gone about his work off the ice? For a guy who hasn't played a lot, has his attitude been where he wanted it to be?
Well, it's great. His attitude's been great. I mean, he's worked extremely hard not playing. You know, in the gym, on the ice, great attitude. Went down to the minors and got some time in, you know, which is important. And again, that's attitude, to go down there and play well. And now he's in the lineup playing. He's doing a good job for us.
What do you think about Matthew Nyes and the play he set up last night, him becoming a playmaker for this team?
He has the ability to make plays. He's a power forward, but, you know, he's starting to learn to find the areas to make the right plays. And again, we want him to be direct and use his big body and you know, take pucks to the net and be at the net. And he's a good complementary player with skilled guys because he's big and strong, and he can make the little plays that are needed.
What's the plan for Hakanpää moving forward? We haven't obviously seen him on the ice.
Well, he'll be back on the ice soon, you know, and then, you know, he's good to go. He got something done, a little procedure done, like, you know, to help himself out a little bit, and he just needs a few days, and then he'll be back on the ice and, you know, get up to speed again and be ready to go.
Is that this week? Or?
I would say so, yeah. I think soon.
Do you have a better sense of McMahon's timeline?
I think he'll be on the ice maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. That's still up in the air, but you know, hopefully if he gets skating here and he feels good, he could be an option for next week, but we'll see.